Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on. Ready. 18 Gator. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing. Right up.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's it.
Back to throw. Sauer. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
First down, Detroit.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Sauer. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Sauer. He's got Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
Back to throw. Sauer, and that's Elliott, complete.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Operating from the gun. Sauer. He's got Lockett. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. A first down carry by Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Sauer. And this is caught by Evans. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Giants nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. It's complete to Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sauer. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go. 50, plant. Hey, come on, Bravo. Check. Lucky.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Sauer buying time to his left. It's caught, Lockett. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have taken the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Lions 14, Giants 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Hey, wahoo! No. Look at me. Go. Let go.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Giants. In for the score as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yeah, this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He's at the 30, the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Mike Evans. 77 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Giants. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Saquon Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups. 1 yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Lions' 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
All day, dog. Spot X3, 218, chopper. Hey, high 7. Big river.
Jones operating from the gun. He's going to take, and oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On 1st down, it's Mitchell. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Sauer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Sauer. He completes it to Evans. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard 1st half through the air. It's 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, lock it.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the 1st half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
From the gun on third down, Sauer. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line.
First down, Detroit.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Elliott on first down, going to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Sauer. That one complete to Elliott. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6. Here we go. Five. Mike 6. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Sauer. Left side complete to Lockett. Yeah, he will go out right near the... ...35-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Lions.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Hey, Steve 6. Mike 6.
From the gun, Sauer. A quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, look at your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge on your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Well, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and that'll bring up second down.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Now Jones to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Hey, orbit.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Oh, he's going to go for it all. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
3 down. Hey, exit.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. Forced out to... Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it again with Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Hey, Charlie. Ready?
Throwing on first down. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They run with Howard. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Jordan Howard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sauer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Hey, Echo.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check. 59.
Come.
To throw on 3rd down. Sauer. Out Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Let's go.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ezekiel Elliott with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Pretty nice gain on the scramble, gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing Jones. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Cameron Batson, 76 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun. Sauer eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's get off the field. Mike's it.
From the gun, Sauer. The throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now a play fake here on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On first and goal, Howard. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jordan Howard with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 3, check 3.
80 weapons.
Rush in.
Operating from the gun. Sauer. He finds his target. It's Evans. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Lions. That's the end of the third quarter.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo. Hey, check go.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 6. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
A
20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Come on, set. 10-2 start.
Push him back. Push him back.
From the gun, Sauer. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Draw play, Elliott. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Go.
Lights 59. Lights 59. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Look at me. Go.
They'll go to Barkley again. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
8 read.
57. I'm here all day.
6-6. Pull it high.
Slam.
Shoot.
On first down, Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
Hey, box drop. Box drop.
Now Jones. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
We all knew the situation. We're in the 4th quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Got it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Ready, break.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Ready.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
The
run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Ready, set.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
First down, Lions.
Down. 30 base.
Check. You know it. All day. Mike, check.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Giants, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.